Hello leaders, Patrick Jinks here, leadership and strategy coach at the Jinks Perspective. And this is episode 8 of Perspectives in Nonprofit Leadership. This episode is short and to the point. We don't even need a coaching sheet today. Today I want to introduce you to a simple little trick that will help you manage your own conflict with others, and it will also help you mediate conflict between two of your team members. Have you ever wished someone with whom you're having a conflict would just meet you halfway? Well, here's the reality. Most people think they're the ones going halfway and that the other party just isn't doing their part to resolve the conflict. Now, sometimes conflicts simply can't be resolved. It does take effort from both parties. But this is an approach that will increase your chances exponentially, and I call it the 60% rule. And the 60% rule has two key concepts. Concept 1 says you need to own the greater share of the burden. In other words, don't seek to meet the other party halfway. You go 60%. I'm not talking about business negotiations here. If giving away 60% in a negotiation is your first move, you'll lose every deal you set out to make. I'm talking about effort to resolve a conflict. The 60% rule says you need to go more than halfway. Give a little extra effort. Be a tad more conciliatory. Stretch your empathy 10% beyond the halfway point. You'll be surprised at how far that extra 10% goes to smooth over a difficult relationship or disagreement. And if you can't resolve the conflict, you at least know you've given a worthy effort on your part. Now, the second concept of the 60% rule is invoked when you're a mediator between two other parties with conflict. And this is where the magic is. Meet each party separately and tell them both the exact same thing. Tell the first party they may need to go 60% if they really want to resolve the conflict. Then tell the second party the exact same thing. Guess what happens? Both parties go 10% over the halfway point. Now, I'm no math whiz, but I think that's 20%. And you have both parties feeling like they're being the bigger person and feeling all the better when the relationship starts improving, which means they'll be inclined to replicate the model the next time there's an opportunity. Does it always work? Of course not. And it also isn't the only conflict management tool to carry around in your leadership bag. But I've personally seen it work many times. And I can tell you that in my experience, that 20% extra juice results in a more than 20% increase in the chances that the conflict gets resolved. I can also tell you there are plenty of times when I failed to remember the 60% rule in personal conflicts, and I wished I could have started over. I've never regretted the times when I did invoke the rule on myself or in mediating conflict between others. What I love most about the 60% rule is that it leverages adaptive leadership over technical management. Management might step in and just resolve the problem with the authority lever, maybe make a decision that both parties dislike, or just kick the conflict can down the road in order to finish a project. But leadership draws out the capabilities of the parties involved. It trusts them, empowers them, shows them a better path, and encourages more introspection instead of finger pointing. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red subscribe button below this video. By the way, you should also click the little bell icon for notifications from YouTube when we drop new episodes. And don't forget, we would always love to explore ways that the Jinks Perspective can help your organization with strategy, executive leadership, board engagement, or employee engagement. So there's always a link below in the video description for you to schedule a free discovery call with me at any point. As always, we're here to help you achieve clarity, simplicity, and alignment in everything you do in your mission work. That's the Jinks Perspective. See you next week.